Wins, guys.
Yeah, Lori was just saying it. What fall? There's no fall.
Right, I feel like I've been robbed of fall.
Winter weather is upon us already.
Yeah.
It also comes with a warning that avalanche season is here too.
News specialist Shelby Lofton went up to Alta to show us how the snow is affecting avalanche conditions.
In the upper regions of the Cottonwoods,
We picked up almost a foot of snow.
skiers enjoyed the fresh powder.
We have a little bit of a lull in the weather.
They took advantage of the gap between rounds of storms
Light, fluffy, the best feeling in the world.
and said the timing is perfect.
And I've never skied this much snow, October, November.
We've already had upwards of 60 inches of snow.
Utah Avalanche Center forecaster Drew Hardesty described the latest snowfall.
It was heavy, wet, and dense, falling on lower density snow. Strong winds as well.
He's looking ahead.
We are going to see a storm midweek that could provide upwards of 20 to 30 inches, along with strong winds.
He's tracking rising avalanche dangers.
I'd expect the avalanche danger to reach a considerable, perhaps high.
We talked to a lot of college students out here already before the resorts even open, really filling up the parking lots out here, taking advantage of the snow we've already had. They said they're ready for the next round, but they're also staying avalanche aware.
Shovel beacon probe is a must. A lot of intelligent people that you are with is needed as well.
Sage Boyer doesn't leave home without his essentials.
If I do get buried, my friends can find me.
He also checks conditions online.
Anytime you head into the backcountry, you have to be aware of the avalanche forecast that we put out each morning at 7 a.m.
Hardesty said people should avoid steep, wind-drifted slopes.
We have an avalanche danger rate is considerable in the upper elevations.
With the good news of putting a dent in the drought,
All this heavy, wet, dense snow setting up a good foundation.
also comes a word of caution.
Just stay safe.
Shelby Lofton, KSL-5 News.
Oh, 2 words there, Sage. Thank you. Stay safe. Keep it right here. Destroying dozens of homes.
Shovel beacon probe is a must. A lot of intelligent people that you are with is needed as well.
He gets it. Do you? A warning from those hitting the slopes before Utah ski resorts start their lifts.
Oh, it's happening soon too. Good morning, everybody. We are here.
Morning. Dan?
All right, storms this week have experts concerned about conditions up in the mountains.
News specialist Mike Anderson joins us live now with how the snow is impacting the potential for avalanche danger and what we can expect this week. Mike.
Yeah, Lori and Dan, right now the danger is considerable here in Salt Lake County, but the Utah Avalanche Center expects some more heavy, dense, wet snow later this week. And if thanks to those early storms, skiers are getting out and enjoying some of the snow, but even the resorts aren't open yet. But if you're heading into the back country, be careful. Avalanche Center forecasters say you should always bring a beacon, a probe, and a shovel, as the danger is expected to rise soon.
A lot of times when you see heavy, wet, dense snow coming on top of lower density snow, it creates upside down avalanche conditions that could be prone for triggering by backcountry skiers and riders.
And the good news, they say, is the heavy, wet snow is setting up a good foundation for the season. However, it's important to be aware of the avalanche risk. And as always, please check the forecast before you head out. You can get that online at UtahAvalancheCenter.org. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you. We appreciate that. Again, it's a good heads up for everybody looking to enjoy.
Dark traffic lights above, so treat this as a four-way stop and take it easy as you head out this morning. Lori?
All right, Katya, thank you. Well, we're likely going to see even more snow this week, which is good news for the ski season, but more reason to be careful if you head out in the backcountry.
Absolutely. News specialist Mike Anderson joins us now live to tell us why forecasters in Utah with the Avalanche Center are asking skiers to be prepared. They want to do that every year, Mike, but they don't want anybody to be caught off guard either.
Yeah, for sure. Dan and Lori, a lot of skiers already hitting the backcountry now as many of the resorts are preparing for their opening dates. But while the Utah Avalanche Center rates the current danger here in Salt Lake County at considerable, that is expected to rise in the coming days. They're asking skiers to keep that in mind if you're heading out on your own. Always bring a beacon, a probe, and a shovel. We could get some heavy, wet snow very soon on the current base.
A lot of times when you see heavy, wet, dense snow coming on top of lower density snow, it creates upside down avalanche conditions that could be prone for triggering by backcountry skiers and riders.
The good news is that early snow is setting up with some good base for the season ahead. Forecasters just asking people out there to be careful, and anyone heading out, you can always check the forecast before you head out. That updates at 7 a.m. each day on avalanchecenter.org. Guys, back to you.
All right, as you said, Mike, be careful. Thank you. Officials are also warning drivers electric.
Shovel beacon probe is a must. A lot of intelligent people that you are with is needed as well.
And a warning for those hitting the slopes before Utah ski resorts start their lifts.
You're just looking at 40 minutes for your Monday morning commute. Dan?
All right, Katya, thank you. Let's talk the storms this week. Experts are concerned about the conditions that'll draw people up into the mountains.
News specialist Mike Anderson joining us now live with how the snow is going to impact the potential for avalanche danger and what we can expect to see this week.
Yeah, Lori and Dan, the danger here in Salt Lake County is rated considerable right now, but the Utah Avalanche Center expects to see some heavy, dense, and wet snow coming later this week. And, thanks to some early storms, skiers are getting out and enjoying some of the snow, even though the resorts aren't open yet. But if you're heading to the back country, be careful. Avalanche Center forecasters say you should always bring a beacon, a probe, and a shovel, as the danger is expected to rise soon.
A lot of times when you see heavy, wet, dense snow coming on top of lower density snow, it creates upside down avalanche conditions that could be prone for triggering by backcountry skiers and riders.
And the good news, they say, is this heavy, wet snow is setting up a good foundation for the season. However, it's important to be aware of the avalanche risk. And as always, you can check that before you head out on avalanchecenter.org. That posts every morning at 7 a.m. Guys.
All right, Mike, important information there. So many look to enjoy the outdoors. They want to stay.
You're watching KSL Today.
Some early snow, great for the ski season, but the danger in the backcountry could be on the rise. I'll explain why.
Well, we're likely going to see even more snow this week. Good news for the ski season, but more reason to be careful if you head into the backcountry.
Yeah, news specialist Mike Anderson joining us now live this morning with why forecasters with the Avalanche Center are asking skiers to be extra prepared. Mike?
Yeah, Dan and Lori, a lot of skiers already hitting the backcountry as the ski resorts prepare for some opening dates coming up here. But while the Utah Avalanche Center says the current danger rate is considerable here in Salt Lake County, that is expected to rise in the coming days. They're asking skiers to keep that in mind. If you're heading out on your own, always bring a beacon, a probe, and a shovel. And we could get some heavy, wet snow very soon on top of the current base.
A lot of times when you see heavy, wet, dense snow coming on top of lower density snow, it creates upside down avalanche conditions that could be prone for triggering by backcountry skiers and riders.
The good news is that early snow is setting up with some good base for the season ahead. Forecasters just asking people to be careful out there. Of course, if you're going to be heading out, always check the forecast. That updates every day at 7 a.m. over on Avalanche Center, UtahAvalancheCenter.org. Guys, back to you.
All right, Mike Anderson, thank you very much for that. Keep it right here in KSL.
For more info.
Right now, Spanish Fork police are investigating the disappearance of 3 teenagers, 2 that are still missing right now. They were last seen back on Friday. While investigators cannot confirm if all 3 of these cases are connected, there are some suspicious circumstances.
When they all disappear within just a few hours of each other from the same area, and they're all from the same schools or like neighborhoods, it doesn't seem right.
Coming up tonight on KSL-5 News at 6, we're going to talk to parents and detectives. What new evidence tells us on why the teens went missing? As we track another storm in the forecast, police in Utah County are on the search for several teens missing from Spanish Fork. What we know about their disappearances. Plus, talk about unlucky here. One California
13 and 14-year-old kids being gone, there's a lot of concern about what they're going to do, where they're going to go, who they might connect with.
2 teens from Spanish Fork have been missing for 3 days. Investigators are working to find who they're with and to bring them home before temperatures drop.
Put together those things.
School.
KSL News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. Our top story tonight, the search for two missing teens from Spanish Fork.
News specialist Shelby Lofton joins us live from Utah County. Shelby, do investigators think these teens are together?
Dee, the Utah County Sheriff's Office told me they believe 14-year-old Katiana Peterson and 13-year-old Elijah Sealy are together. There was a third teen who went missing, but she was found safe a couple of hours ago. Still, this community is eager to find the other two. Two teenagers here.
Friday was a normal day, went to school, came home.
Gone in one night. Sherry and Dawson Sealy last saw their 13-year-old son, Elijah, Friday night. Sherry had taken him to a friend's house.
I went to pick him up, and he had left the friends.
A couple days later, his phone and journal were found at Diamond Fork Middle School.
They met at about the 1:50 a.m. hour.
Surveillance footage shows Elijah and 14-year-old Katiana Peterson together on campus.
He really likes this girl, and because everyone put in an ultimatum that he couldn't see her anymore, then he made other plans.
His journal entries tell his parents and investigators more.
It doesn't tell us a lot about where he is going. He did mention Mexico.
Elijah also wrote about meeting up with someone named Victor.
We assume that Victor is a real person.
Elijah's parents said their son planned to run away with Peterson and sell drugs to make money.
13 and 14-year-old kids being gone, there's a lot of concern about what they're going to do, where they're going to go, who they might connect with.
Now, investigators say these teens may be in Salt Lake, Payson, Idaho, or on the way to Mexico. And the sheriff's office said they want people to say something if they see something. If they see two young teens together and it looks suspicious or they look out of place, go ahead and call 911. They said there's more pressure to find these two as this bad weather heads our way. Back to you.
Yeah, a lot of reasons for concern. Hope we can get a handle on where they are. Thanks, Shelby.
Got a live look for you right